So I'd been doing business with China for about 7 years, right? I had this supplier who I totally trusted. I mean, every time I visited the factory, I'd meet with the same guy. We got along great, talked about everything business-related, and I really thought we had a solid relationship going. Then boom, one day after I sent a payment for 2 containers, we're talking $273,000 here, not small change, the guy just vanishes. Ghosted me completely. I tried reaching him through every possible contact I had, but nothing. Radio silence. I've made my decision. I'm flying to China to sort this out myself. When I finally got hold of the factory, they shocked me. Turns out this guy wasn't even the director, just a regular manager. And get this, the factory never saw a dime of my last payment. Man, I felt like such an idiot when I realized I'd been conned. The real factory director was actually super helpful, helped me file a police report and everything. I had to redo all the contracts before heading back to Canada, but the police, they did absolutely nothing. All I had left was this scammer's WeChat contact. I went kind of crazy trying to track him down, spent hours on the internet, reading forums, downloading all sorts of software. Wasted a bunch of money on these supposed WeChat hacking programs. Total scams, every single one of them. Finally, I got smart and went to this law firm in Toronto. Met this guy, Mr. Wang, who handles Chinese affairs. He schooled me on how WeChat works. Apparently, they've got these things called backdoors, and everything's stored on Tencent servers. Fun fact, WeChat conversations are actually considered official documents in China. Mr. Wang hooked me up with some contacts, and after I paid for their services, they had me set up an account on AlibabaCloud.com. It's this cloud storage thing with a ½ terabyte of space for free. 4 days later, boom, they delivered everything. To make sure they weren't scamming me too, I had them pull data from my own WeChat account first, and everything checked out perfectly. The whole thing was a wild ride, I tell you. Had to dig through tons of data, but at least I finally got what I needed. All right, so I got this folder. Let's crack it open and see what's inside. Audio files, contacts, photos, messages, videos. And here's the wild part. Everything is there. Even stuff I thought I'd deleted. Turns out Tencent servers keep it all. No exceptions. Now these 2 folders, these are the ones that really got my attention. Let's check out location, say 2024. I'll pull up these coordinates right here. This was when I was in Guangzhou. See how my phone was sending location updates every few minutes. At first, I tried plugging these into Google Maps, but the locations were all wrong. Turns out China uses its own coordinate system, GCJ-02. Wikipedia's got the details if you're curious. The fix? pounds.baidu.com/maptool/getpoint. Paste the coordinates, hit search, and bam! There's my exact location at that exact time. Jump to the next point. And the next. And just like that, you've got my whole route mapped out. Here's the thing, every move you make, tracked. Want to know where someone was and how long they stayed? This is how you do it. Now let's talk payments. The data comes in these raw files, and you can dump it into Word or Excel. I did. Here's what I ended up with. With WeChat, you don't just track someone's location, you track everything. Where they spend money, what they buy, even delivery addresses, if person use mini programs like Taobao or food apps. It's all there. Next up, we're using this exact method to hunt down the manager who stole $273,000 from me. I'm flying to China, handing this evidence to the authorities, and if I have to, I'll track him down myself using his own WeChat data. Oh, and I'll spill how Mr. Wang's legal team downloaded my entire WeChat history from Tencent servers. Spoiler, it wasn't hacking, but you'll have to wait for that. Stick around, this is just getting started.